It's time to talk sports right here on Trust TV, and it's 360 Sports all day, every day, giving you nothing but the very best when it comes to sports news and analysis. I am Ibrahim Yusuf, welcoming you to the show. Well, as usual, as I always say, it is a bumper package that we have right here. We're going to be talking about the AFCON qualifiers. Nigeria, Sierra Leone is on the horizon, and we're getting set for that as well. We'll take a look at some transfer action and some transfer rumors. Some done deals have already gone through. Some are waiting in the wings, and some are just barely rumors. Right here to help me with the in-depth analysis on the show is Olawale Peters. Always lovely to have you on the show.
Good morning, Ibrahim. It's my pleasure being here.
All right, very nice. So let's just jump straight right into it. AFCON qualifiers are around the corner. Nigeria is getting set to face Sierra Leone, and the Sierra Leone team is already in Nigeria. They've been here for quite a while, and they've been training, they've been saying a lot of things as well. They said they were going to shock the Eagles. And how do you see how possible is that?
Okay, I think it is possible. It is possible in the sense that if you look at what the team have done, and let's take their last two matches, our two last matches, and our last two meetings, and our last two friendly matches that we played, that's against Mexico and Ecuador, were lost. But their own last two matches against Congo and Liberia, they won. Okay. And the last two meetings between us and Sierra Leone, what happened? We drew. Nil-nil, and the one that we cannot forget was the one that we played 4-4.
Exactly.
We were leading 4-1, and second half, they equalized, making it 4-4. So that shows that the fear of Nigeria is not the beginning of wisdom again when it comes to football in Africa. So that's why they will have the confidence that they are coming down here at least probably to get a draw from us. We've met 12 times. That's Nigeria and Sierra Leone. We won 8 times, and we drew 4 times. Probably they are coming to break the record, to get their first win.
Yeah, to break that
to break the record. So it's something that we shouldn't take for granted. There is no small team in Africa when it comes to football again. We saw what happened during the AFCON.
Exactly.
We saw what the smaller teams,
minnows actually come
what they did. So the same thing might happen this time around. So we shouldn't take it for granted. Unfortunately, when I look at the list released by the coach, I'm a bit surprised again. Okay. Sincerely, because we still have the set of players that are doing as if they are doing us a favor as a country. So we shouldn't. I don't think it is right time for us now to look at them and look at the best players that we can use. They are not the best, sincerely, and they are not the only one available.
But the thing is, does he have the time to actually scour around and maybe build a new team?
The worst that can happen to us is for us not to qualify for the AFCON. Next year.
Which can be a good thing.
Which can be a good thing for us to be able to do what? To plan and have a team. Right now, we don't have a team. That's the truth. So we should look at, okay, what do you want? What you want is we need to have a team. Because what will happen is during the qualifiers, we just try log 1-1, 2-1, and we go through the Nations Cup with the hope that we've arrived as a team. And we get our surprise there about the team that have already planned. But now let's look at the Sierra Leonean teams also. Their own the friendly matches they played with African countries.
Exactly.
Congo, Liberia.
To prepare for an African tournament.
But we went
to
Ecuador, Mexico. Their pattern of play is different from ours here in Africa. So you can see the difference there. So that's the problem.
So there's no wisdom to the friendlies that we actually
There's no wisdom about it because we are preparing for AFCON, not World Cup.
Exactly. So earlier you made mention of the fact that we want a team to be built and we want a team for the future. That's we, the fans, now. I think the NFF have a different idea of what they want.
Well, when you have a politician managing your sport activities, especially the game of football, what we are having now is what we'll be having. So that's the truth. Their own mindsets will be different. And you and I will be asking ourselves that if I happens to be the NFF chairman today, I will do better than what he's doing. Because we understand the game of football more than it does. So that's the truth. So what we need to look at now is to have a team. If you don't have a team, we cannot go far. What we'll be doing is try and error, and we don't have that
because
at all.
there are rumors abound that even the contract that he's given is sort of like a short-term contract. That's the new technical advisor now.
Yeah.
These are the rumors that we're getting.
Okay, and when the process is not open, like we have in other countries, that they'll make it open to the public, that we've appointed a new coach, and these are the terms and conditions. 6 years, 3 years, 2 years, renewable. These are your target. We don't have that. So that's why the issue of rumors comes in. Now it's between 6 months and 1 year. So I have never seen or heard of a coach that will be employed by a club or a country given that short thing to do what, to achieve what. If it's a world-class coach now, probably we'll understand that, oh, it's just coming in to put in one or two things.
Exactly.
But we're not talking about a world-class coach. We are talking about someone that you and I or other people outside there can do better than. So it's like they're just looking for
because a lot of us haven't even heard of this person until the name popped up when Nigeria was looking for a technical advisor. I mean, like that's how serious it actually is. The person has no track record working in Africa. His CV is virtually almost blank.
I'm sure he has a track relationship with the people that brought him. So that's the angle you're not really looking at.
Is that enough?
To them, it is enough for them. Sincerely, to them, that's the only reason why I think he is here. Because if you are to look at it in terms of competency, in terms of experience, achievement, what we are looking for, what we need, and what he has is totally at par. It's totally at par. He has never coached any African country before. He has never won anything before in his life. He's not a known name.
And he doesn't have a history of any technical savviness or working with a team that has actually rebuilt or done something worthwhile.
He has a very good relationship with the people that brought him.
And I think that is enough in some quarters.
That is enough for them.
In some quarters, I think that is enough. All right, well, let's before we leave the issue of Nigeria, Sierra Leone, let's look at it right now from what we've just analyzed. Can we actually say that from what we've seen in the two friendlies that we've played against Mexico and Ecuador right now, though it's not a perfect yardstick for us to judge, how does it look?
Yeah, it's still looking bad as it were before. We played 2 matches, we considered 3 goals, and we scored only 1 goal. So that is not enough. So you can't even see the hunger in the players. Like, oh, we've done something, we didn't perform up to expectation by taking our country to the World Cup. Now we have 2 friendly matches to play. Let's try and compensate the fans by winning the 2 matches. Most of them are faking injuries.
So they're virtually non-repentant.
No
remorse
at all. And these are the same people we invited to say come and play. And from the list released, only 2 home-based players. Adeyin Kadewale of Aqua United, that's the goalkeeper. Then we have Sonny Faisa from Katsina United, a defender. 2 again. What are we talking about?
And they're part of the squad, not really part of,
So, and we're talking about, reviving the game of football, starting domestically from the country, encouraging the younger ones. We are still bringing the people that think they are doing us a favor.
But that's a song that we've been singing. We've been singing this song for a very long time. Let's incorporate indigenous home-based players. Let's make them part of the team. Let's do this. We sang that. We do that song and dance all the time. We invite a boatload of them to come to camp, and then at the end of the day, we discard them and then we bring in the foreign guys that we're saying are not committed.
That's just the problem we're having, sincerely. And like I said earlier, nothing will happen if we did not qualify for the AFCON. Nothing will happen. What we need to have a team, and the team we need to have now. Okay, let's use this scenario as an example. You want to play the Sierra Leone. Let's have fully home-based players to play against them. Let's try our luck. Let's build the team around the home-based, the indigenous, the domestic league players that we have.
But don't you think Nigerians will crucify the manager if he does that and then he loses?
And what will happen if what happened when we brought the so-called Obodo Yimbo people to come and play for us?
Well,
They lost.
He'll say he put his best foot forward.
No, it's not his best at all. You can't be playing Ghanaian team, then you now be using Ajebo people that will play for 2-3 minutes and they'll be holding their back like this and they'll be talking about the intensity,
yes.
You're talking about the heat. Let's talk about Aqua United, Kano Pillars, 3SC, Red Monster, people that will travel by bus. They will get to the venue the following day. Under the hot weather, they will play and they will not be tired.
Under the threat of being beaten.
The threat of being exactly. Yeah. So those are the people you use to play a match like that. Not all these people that we have currently now. Sincerely, it's a risk, and we should analyze our risk. What will happen if we did not qualify? Heaven will not fall. But we know that we'll have a team. So let's even have it that, okay, you use home-based player throughout and we did not qualify. Then we cannot have something to say. But now we don't have anything to say because we've used the so-called professional players.
And nothing happened.
And nothing has happened. So let's give the local players also, let's give them the opportunity, which I believe they are hungry for success. They are hungry for success and they can take us to that promised land.
Well, that's always been the debate, local versus foreign. Do we go with the local-based players? Do we go with the foreign players? Do we have a blend of the two so that we can be able to have a national team that everybody can be proud of and say that, all right, we are there and we have arrived as Nigeria. We're back to where we used to be, because right now nobody's afraid of us. Nobody's afraid of the Eagles anymore. Everybody believes that he can come here and do the business. Well, we hope that things will change for the sake of we, the fans. Well, talking about foreign-based players, talking about European football right now, let's talk about a couple of rumors that are flying around concerning transfers. Most of the transfers that we're seeing right now are free transfers. People of contracts have actually expired and they're moving to new places and moving to new clubs. One of such players is Nemanja Matic. Nemanja Matic has been in the wars, so to speak, when it comes to the Premier League. Had a stellar career with Chelsea, moved over to Manchester United, and it's been topsy-turvy. Now his contract has ended, and we're getting rumors that he might be moving to Roma to join Jose Mourinho. Do you think that is a good move for Roma and for Matic at this point in his career?
Okay, I think it's a very good move for him. Okay. And why do I say so? He has been in Premier League since 2010, and he has won 2 Premier League with Chelsea since he joined Manchester in 2017. He only won the Europa with Jose Mourinho. A very good thing for him also to reunite with his former coach, because he has confidence in him. And if you look at his age right now, age is on his side. He's 33 years old already. So, and Premier League is not. It can't be catching up with the pace and intensity that you have in Premier League. Matic is someone that is not fast with the ball. He plays more like Mikel Obi as a defensive midfielder or central midfielder, depending on where you use him. It's someone that when he has the ball, he holds the tempo of the game. Exactly. He doesn't go like, let's run. He doesn't have the pace. So, Serie A, that is a very good one.
Technical lead.
Yes, and he has that one. And he's going to meet a coach that they've done a lot together. They've done a lot together. And currently now, he's on free transfer. And if you look at him, there was a time, I think in 2017, when Manchester United bought him, they bought him for £34 million. But right now, his market value is just £6 million. So that shows that he's already going down. So the best thing for him is to go to AS Roma. AS Roma, they need few experienced players to be able to consolidate and help and guide the team. Mourinho will not hesitate to sign him, and I'm sure it's a good one. A win-win situation for the 3 parties. For AS Roma, it's a good buy. For Manchester United, a very good one.
They've gotten rid of him.
Then for Matic himself, it's a very good career move for him. So I think there's no need for him to weigh any option that to go for it.
All right, well, Nemanja Matic there. Well, we're advising him to move to Roma to actually revive his career. But now let's talk about more transfer news. Let's talk about more transfer rumors. And, well, this will interest you very much, Olawale. So let's talk about Chelsea.
Wow.
We've heard some rumors about like 7 players that might be on their way out. We have Romelu Lukaku, we have Jorginho, we have Barkley, and a whole host of them, because we're hearing that Chelsea wants to get rid of all these players so that they can be able to recoup at least 170 million that was used to in and around these deals when they were actually signed. So we have Jorginho, we have Barkley, Lukaku, amongst those players that we're talking about. How realistic do you think this is, offloading all these players by Chelsea and, of course, getting people to replace them as well?
Okay, I think this is the first test that the new owner, Todd Bowley, will be facing at Chelsea. How active is he going to be during the transfer market? That's question number one. Question number two is, why would you want to offload 7 players when you are not starting afresh or rebuilding? Even the likes of Arsenal and Manchester United, that they are like on the ground trying to revive their team. I don't think they are selling off 7 or 8 players. So you want to recoup 170 million
exactly.
Pounds. Is it that you don't have money to spend in the transfer market, or what?
You just try to be frugal, maybe.
So sincerely, I don't think it's the right. Yes, some players need to go.
And there's a rumor that Marina Granovskaya might be leaving in August, and she has been the transfer guru, so to speak, for Chelsea.
So if that happens, then I foresee a lot of problems for Chelsea in the future. But we call it transfer rumor.
Exactly.
It's called window shopping. When you go to the market at times, you have to do window shopping before you really buy whatever you want to buy.
Exactly.
So what is going on right now is called window shopping.
And it could be it could just be agents name dropping. You know, sometimes they actually do that. Yeah.
Definitely, until I see it coming from the Chelsea website that we are letting go of these players. Right now, I know Alonso is going. Christensen is going, Rudiger is going, and we're going to have a problem
defensively. Exactly.
The back four. And
we're not even hearing any rumor concerning they going out for a central defender or something like that, because I think they actually need that. Rudiger is a starter, actually left, and Christensen. Yeah, Christensen is actually there as well. He's in and out. Alonso is actually a starter. He's there as well. Right now they're left with Thiago Silva and
old player.
Yeah, and let's go experience. Let's not say old. Let's go experience. Yeah, so we have an experienced player in Thiago Silva, and then 1 or 2 other couple of guys as well that we won't say are actually starters right now. So they need to be in the market for
yeah, I'm sure what they're doing now, like we said earlier rather, that is window shopping. The best thing for them to do is to go for their target without announcing it to the world. Okay. Because people are fond of hijacking the best player.
Exactly.
So don't allow anybody to hijack the deals from you. Just do whatever you want to do internally. Only make the announcement when you know that it is almost certain that you want to get the player. Maybe when you've already agreed the terms and conditions with the club, probably personal agreement between you and the player, they can make it known to the public. But Chelsea needs to be very careful in let's go off their current players and buying.
No, but if you look at it from the list that we actually got, apart from Jorginho, Lukaku is really not a starter in Chelsea now.
Okay, he was a starter when he came in because the reason why they brought him is because they are lacking that goal sense in Chelsea. They can create about 10, 15, 17 attempts without a goal.
Exactly.
But I think there's a problem with Lukaku that we are seeing right now. This is not the Lukaku that left Premier League or the Lukaku we saw at Inter. So maybe there's need for him to reevaluate his psyche, to know what is actually wrong with him. Are we using him as a box player, or we are asking him to come to run like Osimhen? Osimhen is not a box player. It's a 9 that comes from defense and attack to make the goal. So they need to look at all those tactics before they can conclude that Lukaku should leave. If Lukaku is leaving, who do you have to replace him? Because we have to look at that. If I'm letting go of my player, who am I bringing in to now support the player I'm letting go of?
At one point, many believe that Timo Werner was that man to actually lead the line. Sincerely,
if you train for like few months, you'll be better than Timo.
There's no hope for Timo Werner now?
I don't think there's any hope for him. You should just go back to Bundesliga.
Well, that is a serious declaration. So right now they're going to need to have to go out for another number 9.
Yes, they have to go for another number 9, and they have to look at the Premier League. They have to look at strikers that are already
in the Premier League.
In the Premier League that really knows what it takes to play in the Premier League, that they're really, 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 really ready to move in. They have a lot of them. I don't want to mention names. They have a lot of them. What stopped them from going for Saka? What stopped them from going from Gabriel Jesus?
The Gabriel Jesus is somebody's actually a move has been touted for him for a lot of clubs are actually looking at him right now. Window shopping. Or name dropping.
That's what they do for him.
All right, well, still talking about window shopping, still talking about the transfer market, talking about transfer rumours as well. Sadio Mane seems to be somebody that might be on the move from Liverpool, and the destination being most touted is the Bundesliga and, of course, the German champions Bayern Munich. What we're hearing is that Bayern Munich have bid £25 million for Sadio Mane, and which I think has been rightly rejected by Liverpool.
That's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Very, very ridiculous. Sadio Mane.
For £25 million.
We are talking about a player that scored 16 goals this season, and he made 4 assists, and he contributed 21% to the overall success of Liverpool this season. We are talking about a player that his current market value is £80 million. We are talking about a player that was bought from Southampton for £34 million.
At that time.
We are talking about a player that at 2019, it was valued at £150 million. You are now asking that you want to buy him for £25 million.
So you're saying that's an insult, man?
It is an insult not only to Liverpool, but to Sadio Mane. That is the truth. Well, it's an offer. It's not even 25 million. It is 21 million. The 4 million is with the condition add-on that if Bayern Munich should win the Champions League,
then he'll get the additional 4 million.
He'll get additional 4 million. So it's an offer and acceptance, and I'm very happy what Liverpool have done to outrightly reject the offer. They will go back and come back again. So it's still part of window shopping. You know, you go to the shop, you'll see something that you like, say, wow, this is very nice. Oh, the bag is going for 10,000. Let me pay 5,000 naira. They said, no, I can't pay 5,000 naira. You check back your wallet, front and back. That's what happened. I think money worth more than that.
But do you think he'll move?
Definitely.
If the right offer comes?
Yes, I think he will move because I listened to him 2 days ago, and if you check his Instagram page, and he asked the Senegalese to advise him on what to do. And there was a poll, and over 60%
wanted him
supported that he should leave Liverpool.
Because a lot of people actually believe that he has been greatly understated in Liverpool. He has been the unsung hero, so to speak. I mean, like, everybody is about Salah raving here and there, and Mane is just there in the background. He's doing the business, but still not getting the recognition that he deserves.
He's very humble. It's very, very humble. And if I tell you this, that he's still holding the record of the fastest hat-trick goal scorer in Premier League. Nobody will remember.
Because it's Sadio Mane.
Because it's Sadio Mane. Because he's such a humble player, just like some other Kante also. In 2015, against Aston Villa, he scored 3 goals within 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Nobody is saying that. And
he's not putting it all in our face.
So these are the things that is making them to think that they can come for him for £25 million. And he told the fans after the poll on his Instagram page that I've listened to you and I will do as suggested. So it's leaving Liverpool. That one is certain. He has just only 1 year
left on his contract.
And he's 33 years old now.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, he's 30 years old right now. So the best thing for him is to go for him.
And the best thing for him to Liverpool is to sell him now, unless they'll
go on free transfer.
Exactly.
Free transfer next year.
Sadio Mane, move to Bayern Munich, or you leave for free next season. That is how we're going to wrap it up right here on 360 Sports on Trust TV. All that in-depth analysis, and of course talking about the transfer rumors, or as Olawale Peters pointed out, window shopping. So it's very nice having you on the show today. Thank you very much for coming on.
It's my pleasure being here talking sport with you.
All right. It has been our pleasure bringing you all the sports to wherever it is you are watching. 360 Sports on Trust TV. Stay with us and we will bring you nothing short of the very best. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Thank you very much for watching.